It's this kind of area that I'm referring to as former farmland habitat. We're in Wang Tong, and you can see, I mean, this is the little floodplain here, which was, intensively farmed until probably about 40 years ago. We can see quite a lot of this vegetation here. This is actually ginger, the ginger that's used in cooking. Zingiber officinalis, I think. And we can also see, look at this, the water buffalo creating these wallows in the mud here. Fantastic. And of course that's a terrific. It has a terrifically positive ecological impact. I mean, those wallows become habitats for frogs and what have you. You can see the egrets following the water buffalo around in the hope of catching some, little frogs and what have you, disturbed by the buffalo themselves. So the buffalo now are completely wild. I mean, they're feral, meaning that they were formerly domesticated but are no longer, and so they just kind of wander around. Of course, they're helping to keep the vegetation down in these areas, being busy eating it all. Another thing that we've got here is Alocasia macrorrhiza. Usually this is associated with woodlands, right, and is in wooded areas, but it does also crop up in very wet field edges in the farmland. But we can see here the flower, right? You can see the flower of the must be a better one than that. There is, but I can't get to it. But we can see the flowers unfurling there in the Alocasia macrorrhiza. Another thing that we've got here is this small tree, and it is rather a pathetic little tree, I'm afraid. But this is Salix babylonica, the willow, weeping willow. Now, those of you further north in the mainland will be seeing this tree, should be quite familiar with this tree, because it's the weeping willow and grows into a very fine tree further north. In Hong Kong, it doesn't really grow very well. I mean, it can grow a bit bigger than this, but honestly, it doesn't do very well in Hong Kong. It's just too hot and sweaty for it in the summer. It's making a valiant effort, but it's not really terribly impressive. But anyway, it's on the list. Salix babylonica.